So I got some great questions from community members here on the YouTube channel. All right, so let's quickly go through 3 of these questions from the community here. This one came from Brian Dubbin 3441 2 months ago, and he said Inc. file, because it's now Bizee, has an 8-week turnaround time for starting an LLC. Why does it take that long? Not even mail takes that long. So this is a cool tool here on the Bizee website, is you can easily compare state filing times. And if you go to Resource Center and then underneath here, you can go to state filing times, it'll get you to here. But what you can see is, like, let's say that we put in something like, you know, we've been going with the example of Alabama. You'll see that it says Alabama is currently 3 weeks. Expedited processing time is 1 business day. And again, you can pay the $50 for that expedited processing time. But if you put in something like, let's say, Delaware, you'll see that this is 5 weeks. So where these times come from is it's based on their most recent interactions with those states. And there's not much you can always do if the state is behind, right? I think the miscommunication that happens here is, like, in the last year, Pennsylvania got incredibly backed up where it took like 2 months to process an LLC. And on the actual state website, it'll say it takes a week or 2 weeks, but the actual reality is it takes 8 because they're backed up, because they don't update the state websites very often. Bizee actually has the technology to know how long it's going to be. And again, if you want to pay the $50, they can move you to the front of the list with the state where your processing times are going to be much quicker. Here we had a great question that came in a couple weeks ago, and it says, one question, do I still need to apply for a business license, or does the state fee include it when using using things like Inc. file? And again, we're talking about Bizee now. Earlier, I talked about this little mention here, and it tells us what industry your business is in. When you're getting set up with your LLC throughout the process, let's say that you're in abrasion testing machines. I don't even know what that is fully. I have an idea, but you can see that there's a code that's put in here, and then that code actually comes in from NAICS. So that's a classification system that standardizes this. So what Bizee will do with that information is they will let you know if there are any types of business licenses or permits that may be needed in your state based on the code that you provided based on your type of business. Because not every business needs to have a permit or a license within the state. But if you're doing things like selling alcohol, obviously that's one where you're going to need a business permit and licenses around that. So a way that you can research this on your own is you can go through the state website and then also the county and town. And I'd recommend even calling just to get better clarity on it, because those state and county and town websites are not great. Or in the Bizee dashboard here, if you go on to legal and then licenses and permits, this is where they can do this research for you and make sure that you have all of the proper licenses and permits. So that is an extra fee for $99, but just know, no matter what service you use, your state filing fee has nothing to do with business permits and licenses, because sometimes those are on the county and town level as well. Here from Deck7952, what if I don't want to use Bank of America? Well, when you're going through the actual process in a situation like this, so maybe you have a business banking relationship, or you really like your local bank that you've been using. So what I would recommend is go with the silver package, but then you can kind of customize your package to your needs. So let's say you don't need the business banking account, but you do want the expedited filing. So you just added $50 with that. Here's a really great screenshot right here that shows you what the different costs of these things are if you were to go with the silver package, which again starts out free, but there's specific upsells for your need. So again, I want to thank you for using my affiliate link, and on the screen is a video for that LLC cost calculator explaining how it works so that you can get a dialed in cost in your state of what it's going to be like to own this LLC, not just today, but 5 years down the line as well. All right, I'll catch you in the next video.